Hey, Dev here. Welcome to Starship Troopers Overview. From the looks of it, it seems rather generic, especially that we already have a very similar game titled Guardians Frontline. I think it's some sort of a movie adaptation as well, because there's a very popular meme based on that. It doesn't help the fact that it's yet another title coming from the XR Games Wings. After the Hitman 3 fail and layoffs in the company, I didn't think they would develop something else, but I think we're in for an eventful evening, regardless if it's gonna end up good or bad. So Starship Troopers is an action space game, where you're set 25 years after the Battle of Klenda 2, finding yourself on the planet Janus 4 to uncover the secret that will turn the tides in the war between Federation and Arachnid. Seems like we're dealing with a trailer that has only couple seconds of actual gameplay. Reading through the description, I'm not totally sure if I understand the premise. It kind of comes across as a roguelike where you'll have upgrades and some missions to fulfill, but not necessarily in the campaign setting. As well as it says you'll be controlling troopers, but in a style of a strategy game or a squad. That could be quite interesting, because we've only had some lesser entities to control, but not necessarily a customizable squad of shooters capable of their own actions a la old school Battlefield games. I guess giving a second chance is not that bad of an idea, but then again, chances are rather low for success. Let's go fight some aliens.
Finally online. Let's get them started. The future of the Federation is at stake, not to mention our Psi Corps.
Just a minute, sir. Let's check their temporal lobe. Next, cerebellum synchronization. Continuum calibration complete. All yours, Director Halakan. You say jump.
Yes, Rosalind. Prepare for full psyche upload and synchronization. As for you, time to get moving. Scan the terminal with your hand. Okay, we got a few minutes in the Continuum. Then we'll deploy you into your first trooper.
We need to review your basic training. Then we'll let you loose with a trooper host, planet side.
The local psychic space is volatile, but prepping for various nervous systems is critical. How do you like to rotate?
At least the basic settings are interactive.
Good, no lag. How do you prefer to move? Head to the far end of the room. Rosalind, monitor synchronization discrepancies.
Is in the war so far, which is a completely different situation from Hitman.
Look at these memory fragments. Echoes in the Continuum. "25 years of war and we're still haunted by Kuraku. 100,000 dead in a single day. Never again."
Oh my god.
Can't let the Arachnids win. In the green so far, Psi Commander. I'd expect nothing less from our Psi Corps elite. You should be able to handle a range of hosts without much synaptic whiplash. A steady hand can mean the difference between life and death. Don't panic if you lose a few troopers, but remember, our prime directive is to take the lowest of the low and turn them into the perfect citizens. Getting your troopers killed has consequences.
No pressure.
Moving on, guns. Grab your primary weapon. Let's test it out. Don't fear your instincts. Arachnid extermination is a question of human survival. Kill them.
The framescape. Will I even look here?
both hands on the gun.
Quick reload is the safest. Follow the instructions and reload your weapon. Finish him off.
Can I change the method? Cause it's a tad weird. At least they're not moving.
Take the bug down. Perfect time for a manual reload. Takes longer to learn, but mastery can be its own reward.
See, I like the bonuses for more work.
Magazines are on your belt, hun.
It's on the back of the gun.
Charging handle is on the side of the gun. Just sticking out there.
Smooth.
Now, you move faster with empty hands. Stow your weapons to move quicker.
This is solid stuff.
Move on to the waypoint. Next up is grenades. Crowd control, my favorite. Take the bugs out.
No safety thing.
Bet they wish they'd had you on Klandatu. I know I'm glad that arm works for me.
Violence is the supreme authority!
From which all others are derived. Right again, General Rico. So many civilians have been made citizens without being taught that. Our Federation has become a joke.
Easy there, sir.
We all know I'm right, Rosalind. It's gonna be fine. My Psychor will save humanity and eradicate insect life all within the decade. Helmet has refined me for eons. Being a Psych is more than just controlling the mind and body of another human, as you know. Augmenting a trooper's physical capabilities with psychic ones doubles their chances of...
Psychosis powers can take a moment to recharge, so go careful.
They're mostly harmless to the host. We don't stand a chance at restoring the Federation to its former glory without cutting a few synapses.
What's the purpose?
You know what you're doing? Taking hosts, killing bugs, and critically, perfecting those troopers. No more trash in the citizenry from here on out. I'm sure someone springs to mind when I say that. We've kept this quiet to avoid leaks and rumors. You will be deploying to Genis 4, an arid world in the new quarantine zone. I pulled some strings to get a regiment of mobile infantry deployed there. Remember, they do not know that we exist. If Genis 4 sounds familiar, it's because it's where the Psy Commander Initiative was born. We need it to see our goals through. Unfortunately, the bugs have gone and taken it from me. They're in my backyard, and I need them dead. Rosalind, track it!
Tracking? Yep. Source of disturbance is Genis 4. Again.
It has to be connected. It's a bug, a psychic bug. A brain bug doesn't have the spine to be this bold. Something new. It's rallied another attack. Skyhooks have dropped, troopers en route. Rosalind, cover possession. I've got to deal with the others.
On it, sir. Found a suitable trooper en route to Genis 4. I'm pretty confident they'll make it. Don't forget, you can't be killed, but your directive is to keep your trooper alive. Make them stronger. Better. Only way that pays off? is making sure they survive. That's it. Good luck, Side Commander.
So we are able to take over different bodies, probably with different loadouts. And I wonder if we die, the progress resets or something.
I remember my first contact with a bug. Within 30 minutes of landfall, I almost lost my leg and my life. But it's been 25 years since Glendathu, and I'm still kicking and killing. If an MI grunt like me can survive, so can you. Just don't underestimate the bug. If they sense your fear, you're all but dead. Remember, you're a trooper now. Hoorah! You've the courage to be cannon fodder. You're brave enough to beat the bug. All you need is a gun in your hand and breath in your lungs. So come on, you idiots! You want to live forever?
On behalf of Air Romeo, we apologize for the disruptions and... screw it. You better brace back there. Too much plasma fire. Coming in hot for... well, I'm gonna call it landing.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Wakey, wakey! Let's go, go, go! Warriors incoming fast! Get to the front! Eat this, you bug-eyed bastard!
Mobile infantry do indeed do the dying. Rosalind and I can speak to you through the Continuum, whether you're in a host or not. Trying to keep that trooper alive and we'll catch you at the ironically named Camp Triumph.
Holy cow, the introduction is intense. But there's a huge graphical difference between the tutorial and now being the field, like... rough. It's also a bit cinematic, which is interesting. So they stagger.
Colonel Sully at Camp Triumph. Calling all MI troopers, converge on my position now.
Now it feels like the Zombieland flair from this development team is present, because they excel at shooters, but in a effective way, let's just say that. Like, it feels something in between arcade and realistic setting. But it is interesting so far, not gonna lie. Where is he? It's so weird to look through this. I need to control my ammo. It's also so weird having this on the back. But I guess we're in the future.
Oh, bug spotted!
That's interesting, they have this mechanic. What's happening there? Oh, apparently they're shooting.
Bugs approaching! First wave! More bugs closing in!
It's heavy-handed wave shooter with the same models and stuff.
One last wave! Bring them to their knees!
I even say that.
Hoorah! Now that's what I call an old-fashioned bug whooping. All new recruits, assemble at the parade ground in 5 mics. Those of you able to stand, anyhow.
Starship Troopers, Continuum.
Rookies, you survived landfall. Good work. Welcome to Janus 4. I am Colonel Sully, and this post is under my command. Any of you die, it's paperwork for me, and I don't like paperwork. Now, eyes up. Ned Marshal Onai can't bless us with her presence today, so you get the recorded version of her inspirational crap.
In the 25 years since the massacre on Klendathu, we have pressed every advantage against the arachnid threat. From the restoration of Buenos Aires Infantry College to the Triple Trinity victory on the fringes of federal space, this war is ours to win. And it's thanks to individuals like you, proud to oppose oppression, that we can continue to fight on. For the people at home, for the comrades we have lost, and the friends we will not lose. I'm doing my part.
And I'm doing mine. You all joined the Mobile Infantry because service guarantees citizenship. You have the courage to make the survival of the human race your personal responsibility. And it's that courage that will win us this war.
I'm Ned Marshal Onai, and this has been a Mobile Infantry exclusive primetime.
Welcome to Camp Triumph, one of 1,000 identical camps on dozens of planets. But Psychor is invested in Janus 4, and I won't lose it to the bug. Let's get you introduced to the uplink.
It's a bit cringy, but I feel like the whole franchise is all about that.
The uplink is a galactic phone for some, but a backdoor connection to the Continuum for us. Scan yourself in. In the Continuum, you can upgrade your troopers, amongst other things. To do this, implant perks into them. Perks are psychic skills that improve your trooper. Go on, pick a perk for your host.
None of those matters because I don't have the weapons for it.
Good. When a trooper under your control ranks up, come to the Continuum to add another perk. One more thing. Each trooper has their own career goals. The fastest way to level up and rank troopers and perks is to complete career goals. If you complete all of a trooper's career goals, make them a citizen and take a new host.
And what's the point of doing that? Like you're building your team essentially? Well, I have to stop here, but it's not as bad as I thought it's gonna be. It's essentially coming down to the fact if you're familiar with this franchise, because on the surface you have a rather simplistic shooter mechanics with some story going on top of roguelike stuff with upgrades and stuff like that. But I feel like it delves a bit deeper than that. And I don't know how much is just the talk about the lore, or you actually develop your own soldier depending on their personality and predisposition. Either way, the biggest con is definitely graphics. I feel like Quest 3 can easily execute something better. But at least the gameplay is rather decent with manual reloadings, weaponry. They feel arcadey but correct. And there's some kind of ambience going on, which I'm not necessarily familiar with, though it might not be for everyone because a lot of models repeat, but I also feel like that's the point of this whole brand.